Hi, my name is Mark and I have this huge game here. This is The Hunters AD 1492. It's a game from Officina Monstrorum. I'm very thankful to Mateusz, the creator of this game, for sending me this whole set so I can show it to you. He didn't send it to me for review because I already did some content during the Kickstarter campaign, but rather as a thank you for creating that content 2 years ago. But I want to show you how the game looks like, and I want to show you what you can find inside this all-in edition of this game, because this game looks awesome. This is the base game and playmat and art book and coins and additional dice, 2 character expansions, additional campaign expansion, and a lot of boxes. Looks great. I love huge games. I love fantasy games, and this one looks amazing. When I find time to play this game a little more, or to play this game at all, and to dig into it, because I played the prototype 2 years ago, but probably the final edition is very different from the prototype. I'm not even sure if the content from the prototype is in the final edition of the game. So when I play this game and when I will have something interesting to tell you, I will make another video with some first impressions. But for now, I want to do an unboxing. I want to show you what you will find inside. Let's unbox this game and let's see what's inside. Let me show you what's inside this huge box. Believe me, this box is huge. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but it's a big box. The artwork is really nice on the cover, and it's funny because the colors on the cover are very similar to my playmat. So it looks like my playmat is dedicated for this game. Really nice artwork. Okay, again, this is the Polish edition of the game, and this is the, how they call it, Sandrop edition. So the miniatures here, they have this like white wash. They are not just simple gray. Here we have some, okay, what's this? Okay, this is probably for some cards, maybe location cards that you can put inside and then place it on the table. And when you finish the game and you want to save the game and put it back in the box, you can just, fold it, put it in the game box, and then it's much easier to save the game than to remove each card individually. Cool idea. And here we have similar stuff for maybe, I don't know, some additional cards that are in the game. Okay, this is cool, because this probably saves a lot of time when you want to save the game and put it back in the box. Normally with games like this, I have to make a photo with my phone to remember the layout of all cards, or maybe you can write down how they were organized on the table. With this, you can just put it back in the box and then resume your game some other time. Here are the player dashboards, probably, yeah, where you can place different equipment and weapons. You will see in a second the weapons, they have different indents, so not all upgrades fit every weapon. This is a cool mechanic. It was also in the previous Hunters game at 2114, if I'm not mistaken. This was the name. So cool, one for each player. This is your caravan, your, how do you call it, the cart, and here you will store some. If I remember correctly, I played the prototype, but it was like almost 2 years ago, so I don't remember everything. But here you store your ingredients that you gather and some equipment and some stuff. This is like your base that travels with you. In the first Hunters game, you had a base somewhere on the map, and you always had to travel and go to your base, and here the base is traveling with you. And here is a huge and very heavy map book. This is the book full of maps where you play your missions on. You don't have any tiles that you have to set up on the table. You just open this huge book on a specific missions, and here is the whole layout for each mission. And this is really cool. It saves a lot of time. You don't have to, like in Gloomhaven, you don't have to organize all the tiles on the table. There is always problem with storing the tiles inside the box. Here you have this spiral bound huge book. It's a really great idea. I think the game that made the map, like books, campaign books, with maps popular was Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, and I really like this solution. Here we have some kind of a map for the whole kingdom, maybe. Looks really cool, like an old medieval map. And on the other side we have map with all the I think main cities in the game. Some of them were in the prototype and some were not. And this is like a welcome letter. Okay, and here we have some punch boards, different weapons that you can acquire during the game. And as I said earlier, they have this indents here, and then when you get upgrades, you have to fit the upgrades must fit the specific weapon, so you know straight away what type of upgrade is compatible with which weapon. Really nice. Even more equipment, inventory, like some armors and stuff and shields. Nice. And even more. A lot of things that you can get during the game, some rings, okay, runes, bows, okay, upgrades for your weapons. Really cool artwork. So many of them, oh my god, this is crazy. Different potions. I think that there is a specific tray somewhere down there where you can store all those tokens and cardboard elements. I hope so, because otherwise it will be very difficult to set up the game. Different ingredients that you acquire during the game, and I think there is some crafting in this game as well, where you can maybe upgrade your weapons or create new weapons from the ingredients you acquire. Coins. I also have the metal coins. We'll see them a little later in this video. Okay, so quite a lot of different tokens, but most of them are weapons, and you will not use all of them at the same time. We have some help sheets, icons, okay, some additional rules, one for each player, and here we have some schematics for creating different type of equipment. So as I said, we have this crafting elements where you can create different upgrades and weapons. Really nice. So here we have the introductory rulebook. This is in Polish, so you don't understand what it says, but this looks like a rulebook that will introduce you to the rules, the first three missions, the first missions, okay, some actions, terrain, what you do after you finish a scenario. Really cool. So this is nice. It's not just a rulebook where you read all the rules without any examples, but here it guides you through a few of the first scenarios, and it will teach you the game. And here we have the rules compendium, so all the rules are written here with an index. So if you are looking for a specific topic, you can find it here. Nice. This looks like a campaign sheet where you write down your heroes' names, different maps, cards that are on the map. Okay, so a lot of them. I'm not sure if this is the game that you will play many times, because it's quite long. There are a lot of missions and everything, but if you want to play the game a few times, you have enough campaign sheets. Here are the missions, mission book. Okay, 51, 50, 53 missions, a lot of them. Probably you will not play all of them at once, not at once, but you will not play all of them in your playthrough, because I guess there are some choices in the story of this game where you will have a choice where to go and what to do, but still over 50 missions is quite a lot. This is like a storybook with different stories and paragraphs that you will read when the game asks you to. So this is nice. And here we have some zip bags. Probably they are so big that I guess they are for storing your heroes during the game. You can store your whole hero in one of those bags. So nothing interesting to see here. Here we have some cards. I don't want to show you all the cards, because then you will have too many spoilers, because this is like a story-driven game and showing you all the cards makes no sense. I will show you just some of the cards. Here we have the action cards for different characters. We have 5 characters in the base game and additional 4 characters in the expansions. I will show you the expansions later. So one action deck of one hero looks like this. You have a lot of different cards with a lot of different actions. Some of the cards are like your starting cards, and some of the cards you will acquire during the game. So no artwork here, just the artwork of your hero and character. Here is the beast miniature. Do not open before the fight. Will not open it, no worries. Here we have some small cards, but I know that they are related to the story, so we will not open them. I don't want to spoil the game. Of course, if you are watching this video and you're not from Poland, you don't understand what the cards say, so maybe I can show it to you, but better not see all of them. Some enemies, like mutated rat, a huge rat, wolf and huge wolf, some bandit, veteran bandit, raw breeder, okay, some mercenary captain, okay, some bosses and assassins. Cool artwork, don't worry, we will not see the other cards, I don't want to spoil anything. So here you have some abilities of the enemies, their stats. It looks nice, and as you can see, a lot of enemies, and here we have some cards for the game, for the maps, different locations and things that you can do in those locations. Nice. And as you can see here, we have even more of those cards, but I will not open them, no worries. Here we have different cubes to track stats of your characters. Here is some funny wooden pendant. It looks like a pendant. Okay, it's time of the hunters, so you can play this game with this pendant on. So let's take this tray out, and here we have some miniatures with different monsters. Not all of them, because more miniatures are below this tray, but I will show you some of them. They look really cool. This is like the Sandrop edition of the game. So they are like, they have this white, you can say, dry brush on them. So they are black with some white elements. They look a little different than the Sandrop from Awakened Realms, because there is more white on those miniatures than probably in Awakened Realms Sandrop. But they look really, really cool, and I really like how they look. In my opinion, they look much better than a regular, boring gray miniature. And I don't paint my miniatures, so most of my games doesn't look that interesting. All the miniatures are gray. But here with the Sandrop option, they look nice. This is your base, but you would probably move around the map from location to location. Even more enemies. I'm no specialist, but for me they look really good. They have a lot of details. The bases have details. It looks cool. Even more monsters. Really, really nice. Okay, and we have some bases for the characters, I guess. So some miniatures are here. This is an empty tray to store all of those cardboard tokens and weapons that we have seen. You store everything in it. It's cool. You can take it out, place on the table, and just play the game. And I guess this game will be not so difficult to set up with all those elements that you have seen before, like this. Here you have your cards, here you have your tokens. You place it on the table and you can start the game. And here we have even more miniatures. This is a game full of miniatures, so we need a lot of them. What do we have here? We have some rats. You need rats in most RPG fantasy games. They are always available in all games. Now we have some wolves. Okay, cool. I will not show you all of the enemies and all of the miniatures. So some bandits, and here we have, I think, the player. Okay, this one looks like a boss of some sort. Okay, the horns are not very friendly, but some of the miniatures are, I think, the player characters. I remember some of them from the prototype that I had. The lady with this falcon, she definitely was in the prototype that I had a chance to play. Some more, you know, bandits and enemies. Nice. Really, really cool. And here we have the player board for each character. We have 5 characters to choose from. Additional characters in the expansions, some starting equipment, starting gold, and some backstory. So really, really nice. Here we have space for the 4 additional miniatures that are in the expansions. At least I guess the space is dedicated for them. We have the dice that you use in the game, yellow, green, and red. They have some custom size, not a regular D6. Okay, let me put it back in the box. And this is the base game. Sorry for not showing you all the cards, but I don't want to spoil the game for you. Let me put everything back and then I will show you the expansions. So this is the big expansion, then there are small ones, Wasserburg Dockers. This is, I think, like a small campaign with a few more additional scenarios, as you will see in a second. Another of this, you know, sleeve for cards to save the game. A few additional weapons and inventory items. Here we have the rulebook that tells you how to integrate this expansion with the base game. So this is not a campaign that you will play after finishing the main campaign, I think, but this is kind of a side campaign that you can play by integrating this box with the base game. So we have additional missions, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have 8 more missions. This is like a small storybook for the campaign here. Here we have the maps for all the different scenarios. Okay, 8 scenarios, 8 maps. Here we have some cards. I will not open them to not spoil the story. Some cards related to the story, even more enemies. I will show you one of them. It looks really nasty and really, really cool. And here you can see the miniature with this ugly beast. This is the one. Looks cool. And the funny thing is that it looks very similar to the art on the card. So cool, cool, cool. So this is one of the enemies, a huge snake. Here we have some, maybe a small mini boss, I'm not sure, and some enemies. All of them are the same. So a few more miniatures. Let me put it back. I'm not sure if there is enough space in the base game to place all of this expansion inside. I'm not sure, I don't think so. There is no space for the miniatures, but we'll see. Maybe there's a way to put all the expansions in the base game. I'm not entirely sure yet. I have to try and organize everything. And now we have 2 hero packs. Hero pack number 1. We have 2 new heroes. Guido Torelli and Chloe. She's a witch and this one is a crossbowman. Okay, starting equipment. We have the cubes to track their stats. We have 2 new miniatures. Again, this is the Sandrop edition, this is the witch, and this is the guy with the crossbow. Okay, looks nice. We have action cards for those 2 characters, and we have some additional tokens, probably for the witch, I'm not sure, but they look like some witch, you know, runes or markings, so it's really cool. So this is character expansion number 1. Let me put it back in the box. And this is the expansion number 2. Additional characters. If you plan to play this game a few times, maybe having more characters will be a good idea to make the game more replayable. Okay, Awanturniczka Franciszka Fontek, so she's like a brawler, I would say, and this one is like a Nożownik means guy with a knife. Siegfried, okay. So this is two characters. Here we have two decks of cards. I will not open them because you have, you need to know the language, all the actions that you can do in the game, upgrade. Here we have more cubes for those characters, and here we have the miniatures. She's more like an adventurer type of person, and this one is guy who likes knives. Okay, cool. I like the sun drop in this game. It's surprisingly nice. So here are all the expansions, expansion number 1, 2 and 3. Let me put them all here on the table. So in the campaign there were those 3 expansions, 2 with additional characters and 1 with some more missions and quests. Another thing I would like to show you is this cool playmat. This is the playmat that you can use in the game. It has additional space for cards and cards here on the right. There is space for some cards on the left, space for your coins and dice. And here we have this beautiful map, and I have to show you because even though this is a playmat, it's printed like on a cloth, not cloth, on the neoprene. But this is very detailed, and you can see all the details. And I'm not sure, but this is one of the best, I would say, most detailed playmat I have seen, because a lot of playmats in many games, they are like blurry, the details are not so visible and not so sharp. And this one is so damn cool. It looks really nice. It looks so nice that let me take all of the expansions, let me put them to the side, and let me use this playmat to show you the remaining items for this game. Oh, this looks really cool, like an old table. Nice. I have the art book. It's an art book, so you have a book with art. And it's 80 pages long, and you have different art from the cards, different enemies and weapons and characters, locations, cities. There is even some text for those cities. I think the art book was also in 2 languages probably. I mean, there was this is the Polish edition, so probably there's also an English one. So you have the description here for different cities, and here we have the characters, some description for each character. Nice. I like the artwork in this game very much, so having this art book is cool, because as always, having art on some small cards, it's not big enough to see all the details, and here you can see all the cool details of those characters. Really cool. This is the cover art and the map. Nice. So this is the art book. Let me put it here. Now we have some additional dice. This is a second set of dice that you can use if you play with more friends. If you play solo, you only need 1 set of dice. But if you have a big table and you're playing with more people, you can have another set of dice. So you will not have to share those dice all the time during the game. And the last thing for this game are the metal coins, and let me tell you that they look amazing. They look like an old medieval coins, and I think they are one of the nicest coins I have ever seen, because they look really, look at it, they look like they were forged or created in some medieval times. They look like they are not perfect, not entirely round. Really cool. And there are a lot of different coins because there are different values probably in this game. I don't remember. So you have this silver coins, you have this brown coins here. Let me show you. I think the coins are nice enough to use them in other board games. So maybe some other, you know, PAX games or some medieval games, Euro games, really cool. Now we have some gold coins here. And they are very, very heavy, really. They're not like some lame, low quality coins, but they are really heavy metal coins, really cool. And the last coins here are the gold one, but even bigger. So I'm not sure if our poor heroes will ever see those huge coins. Really nice. My favorite set of metal coins are coins for Dead Reckoning, the Euro pirate game, but I think those coins here are almost as good as the other Dead Reckoning coins. Really great quality, great heaviness, and they are big metal coins. I love metal coins in all board games. So this is it. This is the unboxing video of the Hunters 1492. As I said earlier, I already did a preview and some video about the game when the crowdfunding campaign was live 2 years ago. But when I have a chance to play this game and I play it long enough to have some opinion and to have something interesting to tell you, I will for sure make another video in the future about my first impressions of this game. For now, thank you very much. Click the like button if you like the video, subscribe to my channel, visit me on all social media platforms. I will leave links in the description of the video. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.